Okay guys, so here I am without makeup. I know it's a little bit scary, but I promise we are going to fix it as soon as possible. I've already gone ahead and applied my Olay Complete All Day Moisturizer. And now I'm gonna go ahead and apply an eye cream, and I like to do this just so that my concealer isn't dry or cakey. I really like my under eyes to look really nice and hydrated. I have horrid dark under eye circles, as you guys can see, and I think they're being even more accentuated because I'm in my parents' bathroom and the lighting is above me, which is creating a shadow underneath my eyes, which is just awful. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my under eye cream. This is by Amore Pacific. It's their Time Response Eye Renewal Cream. It's awesome. I'm just gonna start off by applying that underneath my eyes and all the way around my orbital bone, just making sure everything is really nice and hydrated. And yes, I use my middle finger for everything, so I apologize in advance for that. The foundation I'm going to be using today is my current favorite. It is by Urban Decay. It is their Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup. And I'm in the shade 4.0, which looks a little bit dark for my skin tone, but I highly recommend going darker with these foundations. I found that they look way more natural and you can get a really flawless finish if you go about a shade or two darker than you think your natural skin tone would be. And apply a little bit of it to Urban Decay's Optical Blurring Brush, which is amazing for this really light foundation. And buff it onto my face. I just absolutely love this foundation, especially for summertime because it's really light, it blends really well, and you just don't feel like you're wearing anything at all, which is great. Okay, so now we're done with our foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my concealer. And if you guys watch my channel regularly, you know I'm a total concealer junkie. This one is one of the absolute best concealers that I've ever used. It is by Physicians Formula, so you can get it at the drugstore. It is their Conceal RX in Natural Light. And I'm gonna go ahead and just use my fingertip. A little bit goes a really long way. And I'm just gonna dab this underneath my eyes. And in other areas where I just have some shading and some redness. And then I also use it as like a spot treatment for any scarring or blemishes that I have. But right now I'm just gonna kind of start with a triangle shape. I'm gonna run it underneath my eye here, and then in this area down the sides of my nose and out. So sort of like a sideways triangle, because this is where I experience the most darkness on my face. So our under eyes are now concealed, and now I'm just going to use it sort of as a spot treatment just for some of my blemishes. I have some hyperpigmentation, and then I also have a little bit of scarring from cystic acne along my jawline. And that with my fingertip, make sure that everything is nice and concealed. Get some here in my chin. And I'm going to go ahead and set just underneath my eyes in the areas where I've applied concealer with a matte translucent powder. And this is one of my favorites from Urban Decay. It's their De-Slick Mattifying Powder. And I'm just using a little brush from BH Cosmetics. And I'm just going to apply this right over top of the concealer so that it's nice and highlighted and matte. So now all of my concealer has been set with a lighter translucent powder, which is really important for highlighting and making sure that we keep those under eyes light and bright. Now I'm just going to go ahead and set my entire face with a powder that's a little closer to my natural skin tone and provides just a bit more coverage. And to do that, I'm going to be using another one of my favorites by Laura Geller. It is her Balance and Brighten in Regular. It's a really nice baked powder, and I love to use this with my Sedona Lace Midnight Lace Brush. It's a flat top kabuki 928. And just go ahead and swirl it in the powder, and then I just kind of tap it onto my face. I'm just gonna run this down my jawline a little bit just so that everything blends and looks natural. So now our foundation and concealer are not going anywhere. They're gonna last all day, even throughout a sweaty, hot summer day like we're experiencing right now. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little bit of contouring, and I'm going to be using another drugstore favorite, the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. This is a matte bronzer. It's really, really affordable. I can only get away with this in the summertime though, when my skin has a little more natural color. In the wintertime, this is gonna make me look like an Oompa Loompa, but I do like to take advantage of using a really affordable bronzer in the summer when I have some colors. And then the brush I'm going to be using to contour is again from Sedona Lace. It's the 480. Swirl it in the Sunny bronzer, tap it off, And then I typically will kind of just swirl it on my wrist a little bit just to make sure that there's not too much powder on there, because you don't want to get a really nasty, dark, streaky look. It needs to look natural. What I'm going to do is I'm going to contour right here along my cheekbone. And there are a couple of different ways to show you where your contour lines are. You can make a fish face, or you can just kind of use your eye as a guideline, and basically you're just going to want to stop right here at the corner of your eye, and you're going to want to work it up right here to your temple in kind of a diagonal line like this. So start at your temple and work it down. It's going to make you look like you have nice, sharp cheekbones there. So then just go ahead, swirl your brush, and just go down both sides of your nose. I usually run it underneath the bottom of my nose here, and that just kind of rounds it off and makes your nose look a little bit smaller. And then I also contour up into my temples and across the top of my forehead. And this is just where the natural sun would hit your face if you were outside actually getting a tan. Then I typically also put a little bit under my chin and just run it here along my jawline, just to make your jawline look sharper. And then I also run a little bit down my neck just so that you don't look like you have like an orange line. And apply my blush. I'm going to be using a MAC blush brush. The number is pretty rubbed off, but I think it's the 168. And I'm also going to be using a blush from my Coastal Scents palette. This is their 10 blush palette. I tend to always use this neutral pink right here on the top. So I'm just going to go ahead and run that blush right above my contour line. And make sure that you carry your blush up instead of out, and try not to focus on swirling it on the apples of your cheeks too much, because you don't want to look ruddy. You want to lift your face up as much as possible. So when you're doing your contouring, you're doing your blush and your highlighting, make sure that you're sweeping up, because that's just going to bring your face up, your features up, everything's going to look nice and tight and lifted. Next, we're going to highlight right above that line. So we've got our contour on the bottom, blush in the middle, and highlight at the top. And I'm using a big fan brush, and these are amazing for highlighting, especially upper cheekbones and your Cupid's bow. This is from Sedona Lace. It's the FB01. And to highlight, I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Hello Light Illuminating Powder, which is a really nice champagne highlighter. So just run your fan brush through that, tap it off, and then just lightly brush it here at the top of your cheekbone. Also right above your eyebrow and down. You're kind of wanting to create another little C shape running from the top of your eyebrow around the outer corner of your eye to the top of your cheekbone. And then I just usually run the brush sideways just here along the bridge of my nose and right here along my Cupid's bow. So now we have a nice full coverage flawless face that's going to last us all day long. At this point I would now do my eye makeup, and then after I'm done with my eye makeup I would go ahead and do concealer one more time, because like I said, I'm a concealer junkie, and two, typically after I do my eye makeup I have a little bit of fallout underneath my eyes. Usually just go ahead and apply a little bit of my Basque Cucumber Tea Soothing Eye Gel underneath my eye, right over top of my makeup. I just barely get any on my finger. I just tap it underneath both of my eyes, and then I'll just go over that with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Concealer. Just a little bit, I'll just dab underneath my eyes, and I just go ahead and pat that in. And it should go on like a dream with the cucumber eye gel underneath, because it's nice and moisturized under there. And you can just set that with more translucent powder if you like. This isn't a necessary step. That's just kind of if you have any fallout from your eyeshadows, which I usually do, or if you have like a little accident with your mascara and you get a little bit underneath your eyes, things like that happen. Okay, so now I've done my eye makeup and added some lipstick, and the final step in my full foundation routine would just be to set my makeup with a setting spray. I love Skindinavia's makeup finishing spray. This is the original, and I got this off of Hauler Deals. Just give it a little shake, and then just spritz it all over your face, and just let it air dry. And this is just gonna set your face for the entire day. So nothing is gonna smear, smudge, or melt. This is a really important step in the summertime. So that is my completed full coverage foundation routine. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to go ahead and click that button so that you never miss a video from me. I typically do videos every Tuesday and Thursday. This week I tried to film yesterday and the lighting was not cooperative, so I want to thank all of you guys who were really patient with me having to refilm this video today. Also, I wanted to mention an amazing new website that I recently discovered, and I actually heard about it originally over on Gregory Gorgeous's channel, who's another amazing beauty guru here on YouTube. And the website is Opinion Outpost. And it's a survey website where you basically get paid and rewarded for giving your opinions. And if you guys know me, you know that I'm always giving my opinions, so I love these survey websites. I love to go on and give my opinions on products and brands. And who doesn't love free stuff? You can win cash and Amazon gift card. And you guys know I do my research. It's a legit company. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme or anything. It's real research from big companies, and they really want your opinion. And you can win cash and free stuff for giving your opinion, so you can't beat that. So go check out Opinion Outpost. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link down below for you guys to check out. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and until next time, bye!